If you're thinking about moving to Chattanooga, but you're not sure where in the greater Chattanooga area is right for you, then stick with me. In this video, I'm going to show you a suburb that is affordable, conveniently located, and has recently undergone a number of impressive updates. We're going to talk all about East Ridge, Tennessee. So if you're looking for a community that's family friendly, that's close to downtown Chattanooga, and still has a laid-back suburban feel, then East Ridge could be perfect for you. Before we jump into the video, just a little bit about me. I grew up in the Chattanooga area. I was raised here, and most of my family lives in the area. Just about 2.5 years ago, me and my wife decided to move back to Chattanooga, and it was one of the best decisions we ever made. And if you're thinking about making that move too, then I would love to help. I am a licensed real estate agent in both Tennessee and Georgia. So if you have any questions after watching this video, please feel free to reach out. Okay, let's jump into this video on East Ridge. One of the most important things when considering where you're going to live is location. And East Ridge is actually surrounded on 3 sides by Chattanooga itself. And then along the southern side of East Ridge is the Georgia border. What's nice about this area is you have very convenient access to both I-24, which will take you to downtown Chattanooga, and I-75, which will take you over towards Knoxville or south towards Atlanta. So if you're looking for a quick commute to downtown Chattanooga, perfect, totally doable. If you're looking for a quick drive over to Dalton, Georgia, just south of here, maybe you work down there, then perfect. You can easily access I-75 and get down there in about 30 minutes. Or if you're looking to head over towards Cleveland or Knoxville, then that's perfect too, because I-75 is right here and it will zip you right over in the right direction. East Ridge is kind of unique in that it is suburban, but it has urban luxuries. Next, let's talk about the housing market in this suburb. So the housing market in East Ridge is made up of a lot of mid-century homes, and then you have a bit of new construction starting to creep its way in. The market here is mostly made up of single-family homes. In fact, about 90% of the available housing is single family. So a lot of people in East Ridge are buying to own. They're not renters. They're actually buying and investing their money in this community. Over the past year, the median home sale price in East Ridge has hovered between about $275,000 to about $320,000. So it's somewhere in that range. It's just going to depend on the month that you're looking and the source that you're checking. In terms of house prices, this is well below the national average, and this contributes to a lower overall cost of living. Something else to note about the house prices here is this is also quite a bit lower than the rest of the housing market in Chattanooga in general. Speaking of affordability and cost of living, let's talk a little bit about that. Housing, which is one of the leading factors in cost of living, is about 17% lower than the national average in East Ridge. And then utilities in this area are about 14% lower than the national average. So as far as cost of living goes, it's actually a fairly affordable place. And then something else that people talk about quite a bit when it comes to Tennessee, but they don't think of in terms of your actual cost of living, is that there is no state income tax in Tennessee. So depending on where you're relocating from and what the state income tax was where you were and how much money you make per year, this could actually be a really big deal and how much of your income you get to keep at the end of the year. Next, let's talk a little bit about lifestyle and recreation. So I'm currently standing here in Camp Jordan, and Camp Jordan is a 275-acre park in East Ridge. This way we've got baseball fields, there are soccer fields over here, there's a large recreation area behind me here, there's disc golf, there is a fishing pond, there is a large, very wide 2-mile long walking trail through here that is paved, and that I believe connects into the Chattanooga Greenway. So I've heard, but I've not actually tried this myself, I've heard people say that they can actually bike all the way from North Shore off roads. Like they don't have to go on the road anywhere, but they're on large paved paths, and they can bike all the way from North Shore, downtown Chattanooga, all the way over here to Camp Jordan and back without going on a road even once. So that is truly impressive. That is a huge benefit to living over here in my mind, because if you want to get out and exercise, if you want to ride your bike somewhere that's safe and where you're not gonna have the threat of road traffic, then this is an excellent place to come and do that. In addition, over here at Camp Jordan, there are also a number of events that get hosted. I believe there are volleyball tournaments, there are other conventions and shows that come through the Camp Jordan Convention Center over here. So that's a really cool feature to have in the heart of East Ridge. Other fun things to do in East Ridge right up this way is Topgolf. Now this is Chattanooga's main Topgolf location, and it is a big attraction. It has a lot of pull. So people from all around will go there, and if you just show up without an appointment, then you're probably gonna have to wait for quite a while to get a bay. I've tried a couple times just to walk up, and there's always a serious wait. So make those reservations ahead of time. There's also an axe throwing place right down the road from here. There's Bass Pro. And then just up the road on the Georgia side of I-75, like literally 2 minutes from here, is Costco. So if you're one of those people that likes the savings that you can get at Costco and you wanna be close, then that is something that is super conveniently located right next to East Ridge. Quickly, I'm gonna mention the schools in the area. If you want ratings on the schools, I'd encourage you to check out greatschools.org, where you can look into all the details on the schools, see how they're rated. But East Ridge is part of the Hamilton County school system, and so I would encourage you to look into that. There are also a number of private schools that are fairly close to here. A couple of the standout options being Macaulay, GPS, and Baylor, all in the downtown Chattanooga area. Okay, so next up, let's talk about career and potential job opportunities. To me, this kind of ties in with the location of East Ridge. So East Ridge is about 15, maybe 20 minutes on the long end from downtown Chattanooga, or it could be even a little bit less, maybe 10 minutes if the traffic's good. So that gives you easy access to all of the major employers downtown. The major employers downtown would be smaller tech startups, logistics companies. There's a very large insurance sector. So companies like Blue Cross Blue Shield and Unum are very large employers downtown. There's also a robust healthcare industry in Chattanooga. The major players in healthcare in Chattanooga are Erlanger, CHI Memorial, Siskin, and Park Ridge. I believe there are 2 Park Ridge locations in East Ridge itself. So if you're in the medical field and you want to work closer to home, then that could be an option. Just up the road in the opposite direction of downtown Chattanooga is VW or Volkswagen and all the suppliers that support them. In addition, there is an Amazon fulfillment center. And then south of here is Dalton, Georgia. Dalton, Georgia is kind of known as the carpet capital of the US. And so that is where a ton of flooring and carpet is manufactured. And if you want to work in that industry, then that is definitely a possibility. Well guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you learned anything or found this information useful, please make sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you want to know anything else about the Chattanooga area, if you have any questions, leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Again, I am a licensed real estate agent in the area, so if you're looking to move or relocate, please reach out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.